There is a big trick in Etheria Restart about the arena. I just have one ticket left, although I could buy 10 more. But you see that my progress is quite good. It's gold 3. I mean, I'm not very first, so I'm quite sure that I could do a lot better in terms of ranking. But I'm doing okay. This is a PvE account mainly, and I will get into player versus player sometime in the future. Who knows? In 1 month, in half a year, it doesn't matter. Because you collect, let's say, $5,000 worth of stuff every week or every month, and then the rest will just add up with due diligence. Now, there is a trick with the arena progression. Even if you have a weak account, you'll be able to beat them. Look at the account names. All of these look real player names, except this one on the left with a dot. Whenever you see a dot, you know that you're up against a bot. This is a bot. Okay, I usually select the rightmost bot, but this time we only have one bot, and I'm not gonna refresh if we have a bot, because I just need to do my challenges. I'm earning rewards. So let's get going, let's do the battle. And this bot battle is gonna be super easy. Okay, well, I have 6-starred my Lian already. Whether I'm gonna reset her or not, that's another question. Possibly not. Because I don't need to hurry. I have a different take on this game. It's a long run type of game. Anyway, it's loading. Now you got the very difficult fight. So this is my team. It will stay like this. I don't even have space for Freya for now, but I have like space for a healer. Not sure if I need the healer at all. You see that it's not even difficult. We don't even need to heal, so maybe I don't need Dorothy in there. Okay, well, they got buffed. So this battle takes longer than usual. At the same time, we're gonna just finish the whole thing. Like really soon. I don't even need any healing at this stage. Maybe I'll replace Dorothy with someone else, maybe Freya. And then we got the rewards, 110 of this currency. Right now I have 2030, and last week I purchased the perfect lattice and the other lattice. So this is amazing already in itself. Then once we finish this part, then you see that you can use this currency for so many things. I think it's better to spend like 120, 150 Hydra crystals on these tickets than on stamina refresh at this stage, like on day 5, day 6, day 7 and so on. Now you see which is the rightmost bot. Well, this has a dot in her name. Okay, the levels are somewhat higher, 4-star higher level. I could confirm buy a ticket and challenge the unit. You don't have to buy this, it's just there are so many things. It's dirt cheap to get one ticket in exchange for 30 Hydra crystals. Essentially you convert 30 Hydra crystals into 110 of this currency. So this means that you do a 3.67 times conversion with this, and then 7,500 is a perfect lattice. So 7,500 divided by 110 is basically around like 85. So this is the amount that you need. So let's say it's 80, and then 80 times 30 is the amount that you need. So 2400 Hydra crystal is one perfect lattice, which is not that bad. I mean, if you buy stability for 1000, after a while you won't be able to get it. Now this team looks a bit more difficult to beat than previously. They still look like a bot. So in gold, don't expect to win all the time. And maybe you need to manual this as well, although Dorothy will do the AoE heal as long as it's her turn. That's gonna be at least given, just coming like really soon. But the stunning opponents are quite bad to deal with. And that's when I need Freya as well. Okay, maybe I'll do manual. Now buff. And single heal. Yeah. Sometimes you need to manual because this looks like an easier, like a harder opponent. Not every battle is easy. Then I'll do forgetfulness on everyone. And AoE damage on everyone. Turn meter plus on which opponent? You see the red? This one. Yeah, it didn't work much. And now we just need to do our turns in terms of the damage. AoE on this one. Focused on this one and others too. And we need to survive, that's the most important thing. So sometimes when you see that it's not that obvious, then you manual it. That's also important. Single damage. And single damage. So we got rid of one of the worst opponents. And then we just need to do which one is next. I think the other middle one. Although this one has the buffs. Oh, the right hand side is the healer. So that's also difficult. And we're about to die as well. So I'll do a final AoE push. And maybe we're gonna lose this. Okay, well, at times the opponents are strong enough. It happens. And unfortunately, when the healer, the main healer is attacked, then we will lose. So forgetfulness. And then she got some shield at least. Good. But it seems like that it's an AI. Obviously the opponent is controlled by AI, so we just need to make sure that no healing happens anymore. And we'll do an AoE heal. We just managed to turn this around. This was difficult. And then we can now auto everything, because maybe we'll beat that one opponent also on auto. So you see that sometimes even these bots are difficult. And by the way, in other games the same thing happens with this dot. They are oftentimes bots, but they are not always bots. If you're a super strong Veil account and you want to incentivize some action and trick your opponents into like fighting you more, then you place the same dot in your name. You figure out how to do this and you place it in your name, and that's gonna be a good trick, if you can do this at all. Not sure if you can change your name like this. And as you move up, you can obviously expect more difficult opponents. So there is a time when you need to do manualing instead of playing on auto. And this time has arrived for me on day 5. Not necessarily just in the arena, but other places as well. So don't expect that you can do everything on auto. Sometimes you need to pay attention and do things manually. Let's see the shop while you're fighting. So perfect lattice, this is what you need. Every single week, this is an amazing source for perfect lattice. Then you have evolution lattice. It's not bad because SR units are surprisingly good at times. So you need 10,000 currency every single week. And you can imagine that if there are 7 days in total, 10,000 divided by 5 is well, less than 1500, 1428 if I remember correctly. 14.2 something, that's like 10 divided by 100 divided by 7. And because of that reason, you need about 1500 of this currency, which means 10 refreshes if you want both lattices, and then you don't even get prototypes and don't even get other stuff. And the shadow print. Now, right now I'm getting shadow prints organically, and the most scarce thing is the perfect lattice. Now that's the Etheria. Now some Etheria is also quite good. I'm not sure if this was okay to buy the Apex prototypes. I bought 5 because you go for the perfect lattice fragments, obviously. I still have 2 weeks until the restock, so I'm gonna get 3000 currency. It's easy to get 1400 currency a week. So this means that it's easy to get 2800 because even if you lose, you get 10 of this currency. And if you win, you get 110. But above 1400, I think you're not getting the 10 anymore, so you have to win somehow. So you may need to drop down the order to get easier opponents, so your defenses should be down at times. I don't know yet how to play this correctly, but we will need the perfect lattice fragments like 10 times. That's super important. And then whether to get the prototypes on top, I don't know, because you can earn up to 2000 a week, if I remember correctly. And then you can do as many fights as you want, but unfortunately these are real opponents, these are not bots anymore, at least most of the time. Sometimes you even beat like weaker opponents, so you need to get stronger, but you don't have to be super strong to be able to fight this arena. And then you're gonna be able to empty the shop. This is the most important thing, the perfect lattice. And then in the summit arena, you get the perfect lattice fragments. And some people say that you don't need this like 3x price prototypes because it's overly expensive, but think along the lines of scarcity. You have some guarantees after 50, after 80, after whatever number of times. And those are really scarce units. You want to grab some of those units. So don't forget that either. This is straightforward. It's just after like enough SSR basically summons, you will get a hold of Heinrich. And what else? This is the summon shop. Here you can get a perfect lattice as well. Red shadow prints, you can live without red shadow prints, I think, for a while. At least for your first 2 6 stars you have enough materials. And also orange shadow prints, you can live without them. But perfect lattice, whenever you see them, get them. It's obvious. Same with the Union shop. I'm getting the fragments, so this week that's the first thing I'm grabbing, as many as possible, and after this is emptied, then I can think about other things. There are some evolution lattices as well for SR units. So that's why you fight the arena, and it's easier, at least in the Etheria, to climb if you play against bots. Okay, I showed you a harder fight as well, not just an easy fight. But essentially, see, you always get a bot. For example, here on the left hand side, like silver. And you can imagine we will most likely win against this one. This is a very basic team as well. Okay, that's it. This is what you need to do to be competitive in the arena. Don't expect to get to the very top, just expect to score enough material to keep on getting your lattices and everything else.